Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the ECC TV. Today's lecture will be from ECC Fast Track Intermediate. Please open your books to page 5, Unit 2, Sports and Fitness. We have the class activity which you will discuss in the English club. First question is, what are your favorite sports? What are your favorite sports? You will discuss these with your colleagues. The next question, do you believe that sport is important for a healthy mind and body? Do you believe that sport is important for a healthy mind and body? Okay, number 3. Is it important to watch your weight? Is it important to watch your weight? Why and why not? For example, do you keep on eating, getting fatter and to the extent that you don't care about your weight? Or you have to control what you eat in order to control your weight, so that you don't become overweight. Okay, the next question. What types of exercises do you do and how often do you do them? What types of exercises do you do and how often do you do them? How frequent do you do them? The next question. Do you think that it is important to be careful about the kind of foods you eat? Is it important, or you simply eat, enjoy yourself without caring what sort of food you're consuming? The next question, what kind of foods can lead to obesity? What kind of foods can make you fat, make you overweight, can lead to obesity? The next, is being a vegan a good idea? A vegan. Vegan. A vegan. A vegan is a person who does not eat. A vegan is a person who does not eat or use animal products. So he does not eat or use any animal products, okay? So he's a vegan. Okay, have you ever been to a gym? Have you ever been to a gym? If yes, how often do you go there? For example, personally, I go to the gym once a week. So how about you? Okay, how often do you go to a gym if you've ever been there? Okay, has your weight ever been of a great concern to you? Has your weight ever been of a great concern to you, or you don't care? You can weigh 50 kilos, 100 kilos, 150 kilos, it doesn't matter. Or is it important to you? Okay. Okay, the next. Have you ever visited a nutritionist? A nutritionist is an expert in nutrition. So he tells you the right nutrients to take. The quantity of protein, carbohydrates, fats and oils, minerals, vitamins, okay? So a nutritionist is an expert in nutrition. So have you ever visited one? The last question, Are you a fan of a local football club in your country? For example, here in Sudan, we have Al Hilal and Al Marikh football club. We also have other clubs, but then I'm a fan of Al Hilal. Sorry if you're a fan of Al Marikh. Okay, so are you a fan of a local football club in your country? If yes, which club? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we look at the next part. There are two pictures, picture A and picture B. Find the similarities and differences between the two pictures. Okay, so look very well, compare the two pictures and contrast. Find the similarities, how are they similar, and find the differences, how are they different. Okay, we'll give you ideas. Football, American football, the method, the way they play. Okay, then the field arrangement, the way the field is arranged. Stamina has to do with the ability, to sustain prolonged physical or mental effort. For example, ladies and gentlemen, if you should run round a football field for about 100 times, you will be so tired, isn't it? But there is somebody who can run for about 500 times and he's still strong. You say that he has stamina. For example, you can, for example, walk for a long distance without getting tired because you have the stamina. But personally, I don't think I can walk for more than 30 minutes. I will be tired because I lack the stamina. I don't have the stamina. So this is what stamina means. Then we have body parts, your hands, your head, for example, your ears. So all are body parts. So these ideas will help you to compare and contrast between the two pictures. The first question here is, which of the two football types do you prefer? Look at picture A and look at picture B. Which of the two football types do you prefer? Do you prefer the normal football or the American football? So, which do you prefer watching or playing? Why and why not? Tell us why you prefer. If you don't prefer, for example, American football, tell us why you don't prefer it. Then we go over to the next question. Which of the two football types is popular in your country? In your country, which is popular? Is it the American football? So let us know. We go over to the next page. Page 6. Reading. Read the following tips on how to maintain a good health. So, ladies and gentlemen, this passage will help us to have full information, on how to maintain a good health. Step 1. Keep a food and activity diary. A diary is a book where you record your, for example, your programs, your activities, your daily programs, or account of events, what you are planning to do. For example, you have an appointment on Friday, the 22nd of September, so you can write it down in your diary to aid you not to forget that appointment. So that book is called a diary. So keep a food and activity diary to help you learn more about your habits. A habit is something you do, you practice, and it becomes part of you. Some habits can be good and some can be bad. Good and bad. Some habits are good and some are bad. So habit. So write down when you eat, what you eat, how much you eat, your physical, your Physical activity. So write down when you eat, what you eat, how much you eat, and your physical activity. Step 2, to stay at a healthy weight. Okay, to stay at a healthy weight, the weight which is considered to be healthy for a person of your height. I think it has to do with your height, based on what some nutritionists say, that your weight has to be in tandem with your height. Balance the calories you eat. Calories is a unit of energy, or it can be used. Calorie is a unit So a calorie is a unit of measurement of energy in foods. Okay, so calorie. So balance the calories you eat with the calories you burn. So the calories you eat, you have to burn the calories also. How do you burn? By physical activity. You can run, you can walk, you can play football. Okay, so you have to do exercises in order to burn the calories. So you take in calories, okay, and then you burn it as well. So you have to balance the calories you eat and the calories you burn. To lose weight, you need to use more calories than you eat. So learn to burn more calories than you consume, than you eat. A healthy diet and physical activity can help you control your weight. So make sure that your food is balanced. Balanced diet. Balanced. It means that your meal must contain all the essential nutrients. Okay? So you make sure that you eat a healthy diet, and also you have to also practice. Okay, you have to engage in physical activities, for example in sports. Okay, you can help, so this can help you control your weight. Exercises and a healthy diet or a balanced diet will aid in, will aid you to maintain a healthy body. So calories are a measure of the energy in the foods you eat. You burn calories when you are physically active. When you are physically active, when you are engaged in physical activities, okay, running, playing football, okay, so you are physically active. Number 3, if you are already at a healthy weight, continue to get regular activity and choose healthy foods, even if your weight is considered to be healthy. That does not mean that you should stop engaging in physical activities. Continue engaging in physical activities. Okay? Continue exercising. Okay? So, in order to continue maintaining your good health. So we go over to the next. Step 4. Eat healthy by observing the following tips. So, in order to eat healthy, try to observe the following tips. What are they? Choose fat-free or low-fat versions of your favorite foods. So fat-free foods are foods which, okay, have zero fat. Okay, so fat-free, free from fat, it means zero fat, no fat, or low-fat versions. Even if there is fat, but it is low, it is not much, the quantity is low. Drink water, this is also important. Drink water or fat-free milk, or drink milk which contains no fat, fat-free milk, instead of carbonated soft drinks or other sugary drinks. Carbonated drinks are fizzy drinks, for example Coca-Cola. So those are called fizzy drinks because they contain bubbles of carbon dioxide. Okay, so avoid such drinks. Fill half of your plate with vegetables and fruit. So half of your plate when you're eating. So half of your plate should be vegetables and fruit. Okay, half. The other half can be your main dish. Okay, we go over to the next. Step 5. Eat smaller portions. So don't eat so much food. Try to contain the quantity of food you consume. Okay, so eat smaller portions. Important. Do you know that if you are overweight or obese, very fat, obese, okay, losing weight can lower your risk for serious health conditions. So if you lose weight, it means that you reduce, okay, you reduce your risk for having certain health problems, such as type 2 diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, and early death. So all these sicknesses are avoidable. You only need one thing, okay, to control what you eat and also to strive to maintain, okay, a good health and a healthy body. Okay, so we go over to the vocabulary: obese, risk, fat, portion, version, regular, calorie, measure, diary, tip, diabetes, high blood pressure, carbonated soft drinks, observe, weight, energy. Okay, we go over to the next. This will be your homework. So ladies and gentlemen, you do your homework, which is you'll find it in the next page, page 7, and submit to your teacher at the Adult Education Unit of the English Cultural Center, Khartoum. Okay, questions. Question 1. According to the health tips on the previous page, what is the importance of keeping a food and healthy diary? Number 2. What can help one to control his or her weight according to the health tips? 3. What are some of the health hazards, okay, dangers? Obesity can cause according to the health tips on the previous page, that is page 6. So what are some of the health hazards obesity can cause according to the health tips on the previous page? Number 4, according to the health tips, if one has a healthy weight, what else can he or she do? You let us know. Number 5, according to the health tips, how can one lose weight? How can one lose weight? Okay, writing also your homework. In not less than 70 words, argue in support of or against the health tips on the previous page. So you read the health tips again, and then in not less than 50 words, you have to argue either in support of the health tips or against it. Okay, let us know your point of view, your opinion. Okay, we open to the next page, ladies and gentlemen, to page 8, grammar check. Okay. So in today's grammar check, we will learn about conditional sentences. Conditional sentences. Okay, we have the first conditional. The first conditional, ladies and gentlemen, is used, okay, when there is a possibility or probability that something will happen. So if that thing happens, okay, another action will take place. For example, if it rains, I will sleep. It's possible that it will rain because this is the rainy season, okay? So if it rains, I will sleep. It's possible. So we have number 1, if it rains, I will sleep. So we have if plus present simple plus will plus infinitive. Infinitive means the base form, okay? So if plus present simple plus will plus infinitive. If it rains, I will sleep. If she goes, I will go. So if she goes, I will go. If she goes, I will go. Because it's possible that she will go. Okay? So if she goes, what will happen? I will go. Okay? It's possible. So this is the way of the first conditional. Okay? To show what will happen if another action takes place. Normally that action is possible. Okay? Its occurrence is possible. Okay, we have the second conditional, ladies and gentlemen. Second conditional. The second conditional can be used for imagination, okay, for wishes, okay, for imagination or wishes, okay. For example, if I were a king, I would wear a crown. I'm just imagining, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm a king. So if I were, notice that in this case, we use were and not was. I was in the past, but I were, it's out of imagination. Okay, I will use were. Okay, so the second conditional is used for imagination, for something which is impossible. Okay, to express an impossibility. Because I can never be a king, ladies and gentlemen. Can I? No. Okay, so if I were a king, I would wear a crown. Okay, if I were so if I were you, can I change and become you and you become me? No, it's not possible. Okay? So I'm just imagining. So if I were you, I would slap him. Maybe he shouted at me, maybe he used bad words against me, but I was just patient. So okay? So if I were you, okay, I would slap him. This is what you will tell me. That you were so patient, but if I were you, I would slap him. So it's a height of imagination or impossibility, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? So it comes this way: if plus so it takes this form. Also, this takes this form. Okay, so let's see the difference between the first conditional and the second conditional. Again, the first conditional, ladies and gentlemen, is used for actions, okay, which can occur, which can happen, which can take place. So one action, if one action happens, then the other action also will happen. So its occurrence depends, okay, on the first action happening. For example, if it rains, I will go. Okay? If she goes, I will go. If it rains, I will sleep. Because it's possible, it may rain. So in the event whereby it rains, what will happen? I will relax and sleep. Okay? Sleep off. So we have the second conditional. The difference between the first and the second conditionals, okay, is that the first conditional, as I said, is used for actions which, okay, can happen. The occurrence is a possibility, it's possible, okay? But then the second conditional is used for imagination, okay, for wishes, for something which is impossible, for impossibilities, okay? So if I were a king, because I can never be a king, I would wear a crown. In this case, I would wear a crown. So I'm imagining, ladies and gentlemen. And we go over to number 2. If I were you, it's not possible that I can change and become you and you become me. No, how can that work? So it's an impossibility, okay? So if I were you, I would slap him. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, class activity, you will have this in your English club, okay? So in pairs, tell one another your most disturbing problems. So tell your colleagues, okay, your most disturbing problems. And ask him or her on what to do. And he or she will advise you using type 1 conditional sentences. So example, student A, I am a graduate, but I can't find a good job. What can I do? For example, and student B says, if you search harder, you will find a good job. Okay? So you tell your friends, your colleagues, your problems, and your colleagues will proffer a solution to your problems. Ladies and gentlemen, it was nice having you. We'll stop here for today till next week. Have a nice time. Thank you and bye bye.